गुड आफ्टरनून पार्टिसिपेंट। अपना अटेंडेंस स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। रोल नंबर 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, रोल नंबर 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, रोल नंबर 13,
Sir, 6 number present है sir.
ओके।
13
Hello.
present, sir.
Sir, Rolo.
वेट, मैं फिर से लेता हूँ एक बार। वेट
Yes sir, yes.
वेट कीजिए सर प्लीज। रोल नंबर 3,
Unmute नहीं किया.
Sir, present, sir. Roll number 3.
ओके। 4,
Yes sir.
5,
Yes sir, present.
6,
Present sir, 6 number.
Gaurav, just a minute. छोड़ दो attendance. All participants kindly put your roll numbers in chat box.
Okay sir. Okay.
Again, I'm muting all participants. Kindly put your number in the chat box. Sable sir, kindly mute yourself. Gire sir, Sudhir Gire sir, mute yourself. So, very good afternoon to one and all. I welcome our honorable former Vice Chancellor of our university, Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, to this afternoon session. On behalf of this entire group of the online refresher course in ICT online education in MOOC, which was held through this online platform by this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University. The journey of this course, which was started on 15th January, and today is the 12th day of this refresher course. And as to conclude this refresher course, we have invited our Honorable former Vice Chancellor of our university, Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, a person with a vast teaching, research and administrative experience. He will deliver a talk on NEP 2020. The lecture will be continued till 4 o'clock, and after that an official valedictory function will be there from 4 o'clock onwards. So again, I welcome Professor Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, and I would now hand over the session to him. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, good afternoon.
Thank you, Dr. Rafi. I'm glad that your center is organizing the course on information and communication technology. And today, I'm taking 12 days course. So I presume that most of the participants, they belong to science and technology, at least computer science department. And accordingly,
a mixed crowd is there, sir. A mixed crowd is there.
Huh?
Arts, commerce and science.
Okay. So the question would be how to use. I mean, you must have learned at least from various experts that how to use information and communication technology for enhancing our teaching capability. First of all, when you talk about new education policy or national education policy, there is always a confusion to call it NEP is new or national. And I have explained it earlier also that it is a mixed up thing because it is neither new. Many of the things have already been implemented, were being implemented. It is not yet national because many states it has not gone through. Only few states only are implementing. Anyway, that is not our concern. the question which we should ask ourselves as far as education is concerned, that is everything okay? I mean, I would like to ask yourself, you ask yourself one question today. Is everything okay with me as an individual or as a teacher, with my department as far as teaching learning process is concerned, with my college, with my university? Because we are all this, you as an individual, department, then college and the university, they are all part of this educational process. Is everything okay? I think the answer perhaps would be no, everything is not okay. Then you ask second question, what is not okay? What is wrong with the present system? Because I can challenge, you ask or discuss this issue of education with any person who is beyond 65 or 70, an old person, any person, it need not be highly educated. You ask anybody who is 65 plus or 70 plus, that present education system is okay or your education system, your old time it was good. Invariably you will get an answer that no, our time it was much better. As far as language, teaching of languages is concerned, expertise in communicating with English is concerned, Hindi or even mother tongue is concerned, mathematics teaching is concerned, teaching of science is concerned. Yes, new technology has come. Lot of changes in syllabus, curriculum, subjects, structure, way the students are being examined, continuous evaluation. Yes, many changes have come up. Not that they were not there, but they were structurally, maybe they were not present on paper. But still, for example, continuous evaluation, it was there. We used to have a monthly test. I remember. I have gone through semester system, not only semester system, but trimester system. Every 3 months examination. So it means continuous evaluation was there. Some industrial training was part of curriculum. Interdisciplinary education was definitely there, that you are not only learning your subject, but you are learning some other subjects also. But now with new education policy, it has taken some shape, it has been documented, it has been properly structured. Before going to that, our university system with lot of more than 400, 500 affiliated colleges, it is a rigid system with fixed rules, laws, regulations, which we have to follow, both in teaching, learning, with the syllabus. For example, private college person will say, syllabus making is not in my hand. What can I do? I cannot change the syllabus, even if I want. It is some board of studies and some chairman board of studies and some 8 to 10 members, they decide everything, which books to be taught, what portion to be taught, etc., etc. I mean, you can blame others. Setting question paper is not in my hand. I am not evaluating my own students as far as final examination is concerned. A person who is unknown sitting somewhere, he is evaluating our student. So what can we do? So these are complications in the university structure, whereas the structure in higher institutions like IITs, etc., I mean, more or less, or even foreign countries, more or less, a teacher is everything as far as that class is concerned. Teacher decides everything, whether it is assignment, class tests, or even the final examination. Not only that, what type of question papers to be set up? Should there be a regular format, or I can have, for example, in IITs, there is no fixed format of question paper. It all depends on teacher. What question, how many questions he can give, part A, part B. See, now in university, it is all structured. Part A, it is like that, so many questions with so many marks. I mean, you cannot even change 2 marks question, 2 to 3 marks questions. You can't do it, because the format is fixed. So with fixed rules, regulations, as far as paper setting is concerned. So accordingly, your teaching has been also oriented to meet that examination pattern. So the problem with the system is everything is exam oriented, everything is marks oriented, everything is result oriented. Even they call output based education, OBE. Means what are the outputs when a student comes in a year, let us say 2011, when he 3 years for a degree, he stays with you. So when he goes in 2014 or 15, what changes will be there? What skills he will acquire? What knowledge he will acquire? Now here again you are using the word skills, knowledge. But question is, have you given him the knowledge? Or you have only given him the information? I am again, now the word information has come. Your course was on information and communication technology. In fact, we are not using these words with proper understanding of the meaning of these words. For example, when you use word technology, do you know the difference between engineering and technology? You call ICT, information and communication technology. Why it is not called information and communication engineering, ICE? Why technology? What is the difference between engineering and technology? Are we aware? Why computer science department is called science, not engineering? They use the word science there. Not only that, they call computer science and engineering. Means science is also there, engineering is also there, but nobody knows what science they are teaching and what part of engineering teaching. When you are giving a degree, IITs give the degree Bachelor of Technology, whereas our engineering colleges, they give the degrees BE, Bachelor of Engineering. Now the question is, I have not seen a single educated parent questioning to me or to any vice chancellor or professor that what is difference between BE degree and BTech degree. Why different names? Why something is called as College of Technology? Does College of Technology only teaches technology, and is the College of Engineering only teaches engineering? Has anybody asked this question? Unfortunately, we are using the words without understanding their meaning. And please remember, in any language, when the two different words are used, definitely they have different meaning. On face value, you may feel that the meaning is same. There is no difference between engineering and technology. I will give you an example in English language. Hearing and listening. Hearing and listening. On face value, the meaning looks to be same, but hearing and listening is not same. You listen to the music. You hear a lecture. You don't say, I am hearing music. Even if you are saying I am hearing music, it looks odd to our ears. You say, I am listening to the music. I am hearing the lecture. So definitely there is some difference. Similarly, looking and seeing. Looking and seeing. You see, both the actions are done with your eyes only. But is really the meaning of looking and seeing is same? You see so many things when you go from, you travel on the road. You see so many things, but you look only few things. You see so many things, but you look only few things. Only few things are remembered in your memory. When you come to me with some file, I will say, I will look into the file. I don't say I'll see the file. I'll say, I will look into the file. When I say look into the file, it means that I will study the file, and then after studying, analyzing, I will let you know the decision. Simply seeing is, okay, I have seen your answer script. I have seen your question paper. You see, so what I want to say, please, for example, what is it, when you collect information and give the information from textbook to the blackboard to the student, what are you doing as a teacher? You are transferring information from textbook to blackboard and to the student's head. Are you transferring knowledge? What student needs in life is not information. Once he knows reading and writing, which he completes by the age of 5 to 6, he on his own can read the textbook. And I know many people who even 5 to 6 years, they can understand. It's not, see, if you, now you are also doing what? You read a textbook chapter by chapter. You don't go to the 6th chapter directly. You first study first chapter, then second, then third, because second chapter is based on first. If I do not know what is given in the first chapter, I cannot understand what is given in the second chapter. So it means we go to think. So this step by step acquiring information, but and analyzing that information and finding out where that information is to be used. That is what is slowly getting converted into knowledge. In fact, knowledge means seeking the truth. I repeat, knowledge is seeking the truth. We always, in fact, what is Gyan, you say? Gyan, Vigyan, Gyan, seeking the truth. And is truth stationary? Yes, religious truth is stationary. Whatever is given in your religion, that truth, nobody can challenge, nobody questions. But scientific truth is not stationary, it is dynamic. It is not static, it is dynamic. It keeps on changing. Those who are students of physics, they must be knowing. Matter, for example. Somebody said matter is a particle, gets a Nobel Prize. Yes, he gets a Nobel Prize. Then the second fellow says, no, matter is not a particle. Matter is a wave. It is a wave theory. He also gets a Nobel Prize. Third person comes. He says matter is neither a wave nor a particle. It is uncertain, principle of uncertainty. He also gets a Nobel Prize. Now, today, they say it is neither this nor this, and it is some quantum dot. New theory has come. What it means that what was you understood a truth yesterday keeps on changing with additional information, additional data, additional verification. And please remember, this truth is also has to be verified. Again, another word, truth and fact. Truth and fact. Satya, you call Satya. Truth is Satya. Fact is Vastav. I'll give you an example. Suppose you see a news on TV that there is a railway accident somewhere in Mumbai. 27 people have died in that railway accident. Now, the first is truth, that there has been a railway accident in Bombay is a truth. But the second part, that 27 people have died, has to be verified, because if you change the channel, go to the second channel, he says 30 people have died. Go to the third channel, he says 25 people have died. So that number keeps on changing with newspaper, that number keeps on changing with the channel. So that fact has to be verified. Truth remains the same, that there has been a railway accident. So truth is same. But the other information, which is the number of the people died, has to be verified. So always truth needs verification. Fact needs verification. So science does that. Science only believes only when the things are put in the form of equation or in the form of a experiment. You talk about information and communication. Also communication, ICT. So it is a communication between one person and second person. What is the ideal communication? What is the definition of ideal communication? Ideal communication is whatever is transmitted by A or from A, exactly the same thing comes to B, which is called receiver or destination. So the information starts from transmitter or source or person A, and it goes to a receiver or destination. There should not be any distortion. And that is a real challenge. Even I tell you, even till today, our scientific world has not solved this problem, that whatever information is transmitted from A goes as it is to B. Even when we deliver a lecture, there are 60 students in a class. You are the person, you are transmitting information or knowledge or lesson, whatever you call. You are giving that to 60 people. But 60 people receive the information in different grades, in different shades. If they receive the information, all of them with the same grade or same shade, all of them will get same marks. Their intellectual capability will be same. But that is not the truth. Somebody gets C grade, somebody gets B grade, somebody gets A grade. Means the receiving capability, reception capability of that receiver, which is student in our case, is definitely different. That's why, does it mean that I was wrong in delivering or there was something wrong? Yes, that is also possible. That information was not transmitted properly. That's why somebody is understanding, somebody is not understanding. Somebody who is intelligent on his own, he is able to make it up. Somebody who is not that intelligent is not able to grasp. Therefore, the communication, 100% communication is not possible. Still, you see, even the mobile communication, etc., which we are talking about today, wireless communication. Today, you see, I am able to talk from Hyderabad, sitting in my study room, to you people in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, or some people staying at different places in their homes. And there is no wire connection. There is no wire. There is absolutely no connection. Wire is not connected anywhere. So it is an example of wireless communication. It is interesting to know. It is interesting to know that father of this wireless communication was Indian. Father of this wireless communication was Indian. 130 years back, he invented the basic principle of wireless communication. Invented means just not said, this is the principle. No. Scientifically proved, experimentally demonstrated. Does anybody knows the name? Can anybody tell me the name of this Indian person? Yes, you can unmute and tell. Science people are not there.
Sir, I will
Very-
unmute the participant. Participant, you can now unmute yourself.
Or you can send him a message or somebody can read in chat box. Of course, don't use Google or Chat GPT. Don't use Chat GPT. Don't try to find the answer on Google. Anybody knows? Anyway, let us not waste time. Has got anybody answer? No. Okay, forget it. You will be surprised. His name is Dr. Jagdish Chandra Bose, Dr. J.C. Bose from Calcutta. And he did all this experimentation, all this discovery or invention, whatever you call, by sitting in the laboratory Institute of Radiophysics at Calcutta, Kolkata. Now it is called Kolkata. That time it is Calcutta. And remember, who is Dr. Jagdish Chandra Bose? He is the same person who also demonstrated or proved that plants have life. Plants have life. Now imagine, we now talk about interdisciplinary research. You say that you should know so many subjects. 130 years back, by using very complicated electromagnetic equations, Dr. Jagdish Chandra Bose, on one hand, proves to the world or demonstrates to the world the principle of wireless communication on one hand, and on second hand, he does another experiment on botany side, but totally different subject, that plants have life. See, so it means this interdisciplinary research or whatever you call was there long back. You will be surprised, which this flexibility is not there in our country yet. Now, of course, slowly in new education policy or national education policy, they have started this business. But otherwise, suppose you are MA in Hindi, but your mother tongue is Marathi. You can't do PhD in Marathi. Because to get a PhD in Marathi, you have to have a MA in Marathi. Such fixed rules are there, rigid rules are there. Now tell me, suppose, yes, I have done MA in Marathi, but I have read a lot of Marathi literature. My mother tongue is Marathi. And I want to do research in Marathi. Why should I be prevented? Why should I be prevented? See, for example, basically I am a electronics and communication engineering, but I wrote 32 books in Marathi literature. And on the basis of that, I now at this age, I want to submit one thesis on Marathi, in Marathi literature, but I won't be allowed. Because you are engineer, you can't submit a PhD thesis in Marathi. But this type of rigid thing is not there in foreign countries. Long back they have get rid of this. Anybody can do anything. See, as long as you pass the examination, you follow those same rules and regulations as for that department. Why should you prevent it? I'll give you, you may not be, I don't know whether you are aware or not, but there is a very famous example of Indian scientist only, Professor Venkat, he's called Venkat, Professor Venkat Raman, I think, but Professor Venkat something. He's from Baroda, basically. Now, of course, stationed in United States. A decade ago, he got a Nobel Prize in chemistry. But all his degrees were in physics, MSc in physics, PhD in physics. But later on, he shifted the research work he did in chemistry. He teaches biochemistry. biotechnology. So that type of flexibility is there. Why should we prevent people? That's why they say that in education, there should be a cafeteria approach. Cafeteria approach. What does it mean? When I go to any hotel or cafeteria, I decide. I don't go by what he is want to serve. No, I decide. I want this. I want that. Not only that, I even give him an instruction that put less oil, put less chili. Accordingly, he will make special dish for me. This is what is same thing is required in education also, because the capability of all students who come to the college is not same. They come from different backgrounds. They have different likings. They must be taught, or they must have a choice to learn what they want and not what you want to teach or how you want to teach. So, main challenge for all of us in the education system is, to put it in a simple language, what to teach, how to teach, when to teach, and how much to teach. This is the basic challenge before all of us, because technology is changing. The world is moving very fast. So, what to teach, how to teach, when to teach, and how much to teach. Especially in the mathematical subject, scientific subject, you keep on deriving some equations or prove a theorem. For example, when you teach geometry, you prove a theorem. Sum of two sides of a triangle is always greater than third side. Or you prove that theorem of a Pythagoras that in a rectangular triangle, the square of a hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of the other two sides. And you prove that derivation. Now the question is, when that derivation is already there in the textbook, do you have to spend 40 minutes in a class to again put it there? Because if student has some basic knowledge, those mathematical steps, he could easily understand. I don't think you are doing a very great thing by adding some extra knowledge or extra information other than which is given in the textbook to prove that theorem. Then why should we waste your time in proving that theorem? I think some of my statements, I'm not saying that all of you should immediately accept it as it is, but these are some thoughts I'm putting before you to rethink about teaching. In fact, who is the best teacher? Who is the best teacher? You will be surprised. On a YouTube, you go, there is a beautiful lecture on this about teaching. He says, best teacher is a teacher who does not teach. Yes, best teacher is a teacher who does not teach, but he inculcates, he triggers the students to learn. He helps students to learn. The famous example in our mythology is Ekalavya. Dronacharya taught only Arjun and his brothers. But Ekalavya learned on his own, just by seeing, just by remembering, or just by having a faith in teacher. I mean, these stories, in mythology, etc., they also teach something. They have some meaning, hidden meaning, I would say, not literally meaning. They have some hidden meaning. So your job as a teacher is not to simply come at 9 o'clock, when bell rings, come at 9 o'clock, keep on talking for 1 hour, As soon as 10 o'clock bell rings, you go out. This is not called teaching. Teaching must raise questions. Teaching must raise doubts. Teaching is answering questions. Teaching is clarifying doubts. Teach only small portion, only for maybe 15-20 minutes you can teach in 1 hour. Rest all should be discussion. What do you feel about this? What do you think? Why he is writing like this? Why this statement is made like this? What is the meaning of this sentence? Or what is the meaning of this particular line in a poem? Whatever it is, literature or anything. Keep on asking questions. Please remember, what is the word used for lecture? Delivery. You deliver a lecture. You don't give a lecture. You see, all words are very properly used in language. Lecture is delivered. And I think all respectable ladies, participants here, they must be knowing the meaning of delivery. What is delivery? Delivery is creating a new life, giving a new life from your own. You are disassociating yourself, and from your own, a new life is taking birth. That is called delivery. So you are delivering a lecture, and therefore, you are whatever information in that 30 minutes or 1 hour you do. And it is a painful, ladies will know, delivery is a painful exercise. It must be painful for you, but it must be joyful for student. In our case, it is exactly opposite. It is a painful for your teaching, is a painful for student. And that is why he doesn't come to the class. Why attendance is less? Because lecturing is boring. Lectures are boring. And therefore they don't. If you create a situation that unless the student attends your class, he cannot pass in the examination. If this situation is created, I can challenge, he has to come to the class. But today, without attending your class, your means I am not blaming any individual. That as a teacher, I am also part of that community. So, if without attending your class, he is getting first class, who is at fault? You are putting question papers, or you are creating, you are evaluating those answer scripts in such a fashion that the student is passing without attending classes. This is, and that doesn't happen if you go abroad or in IITs. Without attending classes, you cannot think, you cannot face the teacher as an examiner. You cannot. So please remember, you have to look into yourself also. Similarly, just now this is an information age. You are using ICT technology, information and communication tech, but there is a limit to which you can use ICT. So ICT, it is like, I'll give an example in a medical thing. See, when you now, earlier, when you go to the doctor, 50 years back, 60 years back, what was the treatment or what was the way of diagnosis? Doctor used to see your pulse. He will put a stethoscope here. He will ask you to lie down on the table. Then touch your feet, see your eyes, ask you to open your mouth, see your forehead, color of your eyes, color of your tongue. He will touch your fingers, foot fingers, and so on. Examine your body, and then some come to the conclusion. Now, he first asks you to go to the lab tests, blood test, urine test. This he doesn't want to see your body. The trouble is in the body. But first he asks you to go to the test. And all those tests are using ICT. All new technology they are using. Your blood examination, your X-rays, these are all using electronic. See, half of the medical is all electronics now. Of course, and the things are coming very fast. Within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you get a copy of your X-ray on your mobile phone. This is because of ICT. But the part that it has only simplified the process of a complicated thing. That's all. Time has reduced, etc. But as far as diagnosis is concerned, it is the medical knowledge of the doctor, analyzing capability of the doctor, which is very important in giving you a proper treatment. I remember seeing one video on the YouTube. One doctor was telling, very famous doctor, orthopedics. That one fellow came to him, and nearly 2 doctors have told that there is some problem with his hip and leg joint. So they say you have to undergo operation. So he wanted to have second opinion, so he came to the doctor. Then he was talking to the doctor, he saw his reports, etc. The patient turned back and he was going out. Then again he called him. He found when he was going back that in his hip pocket there was a big purse. Big purse was there in his hip pocket. He asked him, is it your habit to keep that heavy purse in your hip pocket? He said, yes, I always keep that purse here. Doctor advised him, from tomorrow or immediately remove that purse. Don't keep it there. That may be the cause of your pain or trouble. You will be surprised. Within 15 days, pain gone, no need of operation. Why I gave this example? Because how much to believe to information and communication in the technology, and how much to go to your regular procedures. You must have a proper judgment, the judgmental capability. This is very important, judgmenting capability. So, as far as the whole process is concerned, it starts with information, truth seeking, goes to the knowledge, and you have to produce a wisdom. Wisdom is very important. What is wisdom? What is wisdom? See, I may have a degree with first class with distinction or first rank, gold medal, but is it true that I am intelligent or I am wise person? Do I possess wisdom? Wisdom is to know what is correct, what is incorrect, what is to be believed, what is not to be believed. This is very important. You must know the information difference between misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is an honest mistake. You are doing some experiment. You have committed some mistake, but it was not purposeful. It happened. Reading were not taken properly, and therefore the result was not correct. This is misinformation. But disinformation is a deliberate lie. Purposely you are manipulating something, and that you are seeing every day on TV. For when you want to look into some fact, as far as you call it as a news, and you try to search truth in that news. You do not know what is misinformation and what is disinformation, because it is all mixed. A chaos is being created. Therefore, your teaching should not be such that it creates a confusion in the mind of a student. You must be able to answer his questions, his queries, and there is no need that he must answer a question what is expected in your mind. Why should he give the same answer? Please remember, in life, in practice, in reality, a question has many answers, many solutions. Do you know that? And there are some questions in life, in science, in engineering, in practice, for which there is absolutely no solution. You must, what are we doing when we teach? We teach for mark-oriented examination. You write this much, write this way, write so. In a specific time, for a specific question, answering in a specific way to get specific marks is called today's education. So there will be a specific question in the examination, what we call as IMP, REIMP, very important. So those important questions, specific questions, then specific answers, which are given in guide, which are given in, not in standard textbook. They are given in some useless guides. And you want those answers only. Then only you will give specific marks. And then only he will get specific grade, specific class. This is today's education, which is not really a real education. I'll give an example that one question or one problem has many solutions. And that is a famous thing. When you travel by a taxi, Uber taxi or Ola taxi, you expect a driver to go by what is called as shortest route from A to B. From your residence, you want to go to airport or railway station. So you expect that taxi wala should go by shortest route, and that is what is expected because that is the answer, shortest route. So petrol will be consumed less and time will also be less. But what happens many times? Taxi fellow takes you by another route. Now you question him, why are you taking that route? What he says, madam or sir, in that route there are no traffic signals. In that route traffic is less, road is excellent, we will reach earlier. Even if there is 1 kilometer extra or 2 kilometer extra, still we will reach early. So you see convenience. And this convenience, of course, will differ. For different person, it is different because when traveling from A to B, the time taken depends on so many things. It all depends on me as a customer to what I am giving importance. Am I giving importance to time? Am I giving importance to saving petrol? Am I giving importance to have a good road so that my car tires are not spoiled? What is priority for me? That depends on so solution will depend on that. So a teacher has to prepare a student for multiple answers, which we do not do. We teach him only single answer. That is not the life. as soon as he goes, he has to face a different life. Everything is out of syllabus. You will be surprised that whatever we teach in degree for 4 years, 90% of it is absolutely not used anywhere thereafter. 90% of that teaching is not at all used anywhere in whole life. Only person like you and me, those who go for teaching, only those who go for PhD in that particular subject, they only will use that subject, that textbook and that knowledge. Otherwise, those who do not go for PhD and research, those who do not go for teaching job, they absolutely do not use 90 to 95% of what has been taught during degree course or postgraduate. Take an example of Chetan Bhagat. Do you know his degree is in mechanical engineering? He did MBA. Then he worked in a bank. Mechanical engineer, MBA, works in a multinational bank, and then starts writing novels, articles in newspapers, cinema scripts, picture scripts. Where is the relation? He never used mechanical engineering in writing three idiots picture. Another example is famous author Achyut Godbole. You must have heard. Listen, see his books in Marathi on various topics he has read on information technology, artificial intelligence, etc., etc. In Marathi, he is writing beautiful books. He is a chemical engineer from IIT Bombay. But throughout his life, he has worked in computer science. When he was not knowing computer science at all when he joined. But he learned. He learned. He became CEO of many companies who were dealing with algorithms and AI and whatnot, machine learning. And no chemical engineering used. So forget you telling that, no, I am telling you great things, etc. And another thing is also there. For many things, you don't need learning. Without learning, you can use complicated equations. Without learning, you can, not only you can, you are using complicated mathematical equations. I'll give an example. Think of a cricket player, Sachin Tendulkar. I don't think he was how much he has learned or what degrees he has got, everybody knows. But he knows when he hits a ball and somebody catches that ball somewhere, do you know all principles, 3 laws of Newton's laws of motion, they are being used. Gravity equation is being used. Centrifugal force, centripetal force, everything is being used. Without that, the person cannot catch or he cannot hit a six. That what should be the strength, what should be the direction of the bat, how much should be the force applied, and in which direction the force must be applied, so that without giving a catch, the ball will go to the 6 or 4. He is not using, he has not learned anywhere these equations, but he is using it. He is using it. A 5-year-old boy, when he learns a bicycle, you must have experienced when you learned a bicycle. Have you learned mathematics? Have you learned Newton's laws of motion? Have you learned what is centrifugal force or centripetal force? That thing you have learned. But believe me, when you learn a bike, to get that balance, unless you use all these laws perfectly, you cannot learn the bike. You cannot drive the bike. They use how much that handle should be tilted, what should be the speed, what should be the angle of your body, how much force you should give on the pedal of a cycle. All these things are mathematically, automatically related. When you drive in a ghat and a person who is not a graduate, only matriculate or even not a matriculate, that driver is driving your car. So you remember, just look at his steering. The steering is moving, the angle by which he is moving a steering is very important. It depends on the speed. It depends on the curve of a road. When he is moving at 40 feet speed and he is moving at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, that steering wheel, even 1 millimeter or 0.1 millimeter mistake will commit accident. But he doesn't make an accident. But in his brain, all the calculations are there. That is why there is absolutely no parallel to human intelligence. Now there is a talk of artificial intelligence, etc. But let me tell you, there is no comparison, no parallel to human brain. And the word, by the way, the word artificial intelligence is also wrong. Because intelligence cannot be artificial. It is either human intelligence or non-human intelligence. Manavi buddhimatta and na manavi buddhimatta. Na manavi. Na means which is not human. I cannot say a manavi. A manavi means it looks as if rakshasi. That's why you have to use proper word. Not a manavi. It is called na manavi. So human intelligence and non-human intelligence, that should be the correct word. It is not artificial, because it is not at all replica of that. Our intelligence, it cannot be. I'll give an example. When you talk about translation, let us say, they say Google can translate everything. I challenge you. You translate this Hindi sentence in Google. वो मेरे पीछे हाथ धोके पड़ा. वो मेरे पीछे पैसे के लिए हाथ धोके पड़ा. Now in this there is a Hindi मुहावरा, किसी के पीछे हाथ धोके पड़ना. If you want to translate it into English, you will say, washing hands, like that, that type of translation will come, which is absolutely not the correct meaning. Therefore, saying that there is always a limitation to which you can teach a computer. Always a limitation. You cannot, there are now people are saying whether the artificial AI teachers will come and all that thing. Yes, whatever given in the textbook, they will reproduce. See, they only reproduce. They don't give so many examples, extempo lectures like this, and explain in a different fashion. That they will only one danger, of course, it is said with AI, and that danger is compared to earlier technology. AI technology is dangerous because it can take its own decision. It can make its own decision after some time. For example, you take an earlier invention of a printing machine or a Xerox machine. Whatever paper you put on the Xerox thing, same thing will be reproduced. The Xerox machine cannot write another story or another answer. It will produce same thing. When you want to print a book, whatever you have written, same thing book will be printed. So, or let us say, people have produced a nuclear bomb. So, wherever my computer says, only on that city, at that place, this bomb will be put. Where to put a bomb is in my hand, in the hand of a human being. But when you use artificial intelligence, you are losing this control. Now, whole control is going in the hand of AI. After some time, AI will start his own decision where that bomb has to be put, and it may create an havoc. Suppose you ask AI to decide, suppose banking people ask AI to decide, these are the 100 people, these are their backgrounds, all papers, please decide whom to give loan and whom not to give loan. Give some information. See, when human beings are involved in scrutinizing the application, they see so many, there is a different angle. Sometimes you look at the condition of a customer. Somebody may be badly in need of a loan. You give him some preference. As the manager, bank manager may give him a preference. Whereas when this work is given to the artificial intelligence, there is a possibility that it can be it will scrutinize the application at a much faster rate, give a decision. See, time is saved. Lot you give, instead of 100, you give 10,000 applications, which is impossible to scrutinize by a person. Artificial AI can do it in 2 minutes. Time will be saved. Data analyzing capability is enormous, but that does not guarantee that decision taken is perfect. That does, or correct, I should say. Now again, that what is correct and what is not correct is a relative matter. As I told you, what is truth and what is not truth is a relative matter. What is good in USA is not good for India. Our culture is different, our atmosphere is different, our condition is different, our politics is different, our financial condition, everything is different. Way of looking is different, everything is different. So something which is true for America or Japan may not be true for India. Answers will differ. So what they have discovered, it need not directly be applicable to our thing. So you have to look to this whole scenario of education from this perspective. Not just going to the class, delivering a lecture, examining setting a question paper, examining the answer script, declaring the results. If you call this as an education, forget it. Things have to change. Now question is, who will change, how we will change, and with what speed it can be changed. And it has to be done together. It is not the responsibility of only education minister, state minister, or central minister, or a vice chancellor, or a principal, or a director. It is everybody has to be involved. Right from students, parents, teachers, principals, directors, vice chancellors, government officials, everybody together. Sahaviryam karvavahe. That is, let us do great things together. I'll stop here. If you have some questions, one or two, I can answer. Otherwise, I hand over to Dr. Raf.
सर नमस्कार, मी डॉक्टर विजय.
इपर सर कैमरा खोलिए ना, कैमरा खोलिए। ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स कैमरा ओपन करिए सभी लोग। ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट ओपन कैमरा। This session now is open for discussion. Honorable Dr.
No,
Vijay Pandharipande.
in case you have some question, I can answer.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, namaskar. Me, Dr. Vilas. Sir,
Yes.
very nice speech lecture been provided by our guru, Mr. Dr. Mr. So he always one sentence says, I always remember and speak in front of the people. Come with solution. Do not बहुत आदर्शी
It's not clear.
आगे
It is not clear. Forget it. Next question. It is not clear. Anybody else? Anybody else?
So myself, Dr. Indira Avsare. Sir, is artificial intelligence is good for the students' development?
No, in which sense?
Sir, like giving them assignment and all, it is not going to give them that exposure what a teacher can give.
No. Unless he thinks.
Yes.
That's what I said. Unless you think for multiple solutions instead
Yes.
of a single solution, his brain will not grow.
That's what, sir.
He's only not. You should not think only with one angle. Like a horse. You put here something, you put here something. Don't look here and there. Always you must think for multiple solutions and then choose correct answer.
Okay.
AI always has some limitation. Yes, only AI will give you quick answers. It can analyze thousands and thousands of files in 1 second, which human brain cannot do. That is there. But the final result, final decision has to be taken by human brain.
Human brain. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So I'm Dr. Parmar from Nashik, Maharashtra.
Yeah.
Sir, you have said that 90% of whatever being is taught is get wasted. It is of no use.
Yes.
Fine. So my simple question is, I have a doubt. Now, if this is a problem, how to correct it? Because we are academicians and we should also find out some ways, some solutions. So if this is the problem, okay, fine. So what can be done to come out of this problem?
See, you must understand the meaning of my sentence. When I said 80% of 90%, whatever you teach, it is not used in the life. That does not mean that it goes waste.
Okay.
Because whenever you teach mathematics, whenever you teach science, whenever you teach a poem, you are directly or indirectly teaching him something. See, when you teach a poem,
Okay.
you learn how to recite a poem. You learn how to find the hidden meaning in the poem. I may not use that poem anywhere in the world, but if I learn another poem tomorrow, I will be able to find out the meaning myself. Right? Similarly, any mathematical theorem or any scientific fact, because whenever you learn mathematics or science, it teaches you indirectly logical thinking. Logical thinking, how to approach, how to do an experiment, how to prove a theorem step by step. So tomorrow in some life, some problem comes in your home. You can write some steps. You can write some algorithm yourself. Do this, do this, do this. If not this, any problem, your family problem, you can solve like that. That doesn't mean that you are using Pythagoras theorem or you are using Maxwell's equations or anything. Is it not? But indirectly, it has meaning.
Concentration.
Nothing, no teaching is West. No teaching is West. Sorry, no learning is West. No learning is West.
There is a gap.
Yes.
Concentration gap that is used by from cycle to cycle.
Not able to listen.
So kindly get close to the mic. You are not audible.
Current density, the conversion of electroactive species is.
You can text it, sir. Roll number 42. You can text in the chat box.
Next person.
Consumption of electron species.
If nobody is there, you can close it.
Species goes to the electron results in concentration.
सर आता आवाज येतो का माझा?
हो, आता येतोय, आता येतोय.
सर नमस्कार, मी डॉक्टर विलास पर. Sir has been provided very nice lecture today.
Okay.
Sir, I always stick with one sentences, that is, come with solution, do not create the problem. So I am always supposed to stick in front of or in the classroom. Come with solution, do not create the problem. Sir, this
Okay, no.
attitude might be provided in the process of education. While you
Okay,
are
very
supposed to teaching or learner is learning, the education is for the process for making the attitude. It
Okay.
means positive attitude, then hand out the solution like this. तो आपने
Okay.
जो कहा ना, जो हम सिखाते हैं वो 90% डे टू डे लाइफ में यूटिलाइज में यूज में नहीं आता, बट इट्स अ प्रोसेस ऑफ क्रिएटिंग द सेल्फ efforts, attitudes.
Okay. Next. Good.
That's why each and every person find out the solution.
Okay, good.
जैसे कि हम हमारे लाइफ में solution find out कर रहे हैं, एक सेंटेंस में.
Okay, next. Okay, if it is not there, you can close.
Any more questions? Any more questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So just we are waiting for a minute to go. Professor Patil sir to join our cloud meeting, and Professor Bharti Gavli ma'am, course coordinator for this refresher course, to join our cloud meeting.
Okay, till then anybody can ask this question.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yes, shall we propose vote of thanks? Hello? Hello? Hello, Gaurav sir. Hello?
सर वो म्यूटेड है,
तो
म्यूटेड है वो।
सर का वोट ऑफ थैंक्स करना है।
हाँ लेकिन उनसे रुको ना थोड़ा, वो म्यूटेड है।
अभी सर ही कंटिन्यू है वैलिडिटी के लिए, तो इसलिए वोट ऑफ थैंक्स हम पूरा होने के बाद में ही देंगे।
यस, ओके।
अभी जस्ट 5 मिनट्स में पाटिल सर आ रहे हैं, ऑलरेडी मैडम ज्वाइन हो चुके हैं।
यस सर।
Sir, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Nice to see you.
Same to you, sir.
दोघं बोलायला लागले, फक्त तुला कधी द्यायला सांगा, आपण हाणतो दोघं.
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे,
गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माय बोलीचे माहेर,
वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर. संत महंतांचे विरागी, गीत आमुचे कागडाचे, इतिहासाचे जनमनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला,
नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा विरलेला.
प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला समतेचा संगराचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जगराचे गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे गीत आमुचे सागराचे इतिहासाचे जनामनाचे गीत आमुचे जगराचे
So, a very good afternoon to one and all. Respected Chief Guest for this valedictory function, former Vice Chancellor of our university, Professor Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, Director of this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Senior Professor S.S. Patil sir, Course Coordinator for this refresher course in ICT, Director, Board of Exam and Evaluation, another Senior Professor of our university, Professor Bharti Gavli ma'am, and all the participants of this refresher course. I welcome you all to this valedictory function. At the outset, I would request Professor Bharti Gavli ma'am to summarize the entire 12 days working to all of us.
Thank you, Rafi sir. Good evening, everyone. Respected Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir. It's really great pleasure, sir, that I am presenting a report of very important course on e-content development in front of you. In the presence of Professor Patil sir, Director at Madan Mohan Malviya Teachers Training Center. Sir, the course has commenced from 15th, and this 12-day program was designed to have a better understanding regarding the e-content development, where the 4 quadrants will be discussed. And it was also, the course was also discussed the ICT utilities which teachers can use in their daily practice of teaching learning process to make their teaching and learning of the student very effective. This 12-day course has was a mix, and very important concept was discussed in a blended mode, where the reputed faculty members across Pan-India discussed the idea and ideology regarding the MOOCs, where Dr. Sameer Sahasrabudhe sir is a senior project manager at Department of CSC IIT Bombay, has discussed about the evolution and necessity of MOOC. Different faculty members, Dr. Annapurna Madhuri, Dr. Tajendra Kaur, Dr. Shruti Handa, discussed about the graphic designs using Canva, which is which considered to be a very effective tool for MOOC development. Followed by Dr. Ajita Deshmukh, Dr. Ilavneel, and Ganesh Lokhande and Dr. Bhattacharya discussed about the instructional design of MOOC, which was very important, because every time we talk about MOOC, Swayam and everything, but the concept was very properly cleared by these experts. Dr. K.K. Roy from Symbiosis International University talked about learning dialogues, which myself also find it very amazing, where the dialogue between the instructor and the student is taken care by giving some questions and giving some quizzes to the student while teaching is taking place. So that is called LED, which was discussed by K.K. Roy, Dr. Divya Thakur, and Gauri Pednekar. Not only this, sir, we also had a 2 days complete hands-on and practice session for all the participants. Since this particular course, we had 70 teachers participant across pan-India. Not only teaching will help them and making them understand about the MOOC, but we also provided time for them to create their own e-content for a very small concept, which successfully they presented in front of two evaluators, Professor Praveen and Professor Bhaskar sir. Teaching learning model is one part of the education process, but the very important aspect that comes in front of everyone is the evaluation part. So we also discussed in this course about the on-screen evaluation, which was discussed by PC Molly sir, which every university is going, and the next examination pattern will be on the on-screen evaluation. So it was also discussed in this particular course. There were very new aspects that are presented in this course from MKCL in terms of I-like courses, which MKCL learning platform is available. We exposed these I-like courses to all the participants so that whatever the learning material is available, the students can be benefited through these teachers participants. In this, we also discussed the MKCL's learning management system, which in our university we are utilizing and we find it very effective. So that particular part is also covered by Dr. Ranade and Dr. Revati. The Professor K. Srinivas from NIPA has discussed about the designing learner-centric blended technology in this particular course. After going through the 12 days course and the content that is being discussed by the effective faculty members from the reputed institutes to a very reputed faculty members across pan-India, we observed that the program successfully achieved its objectives. I remember when the course was designed, Professor Patil sir was discussing it with me that, madam, only teaching should not take place. We should have some e-content developed in our hand at the end of the course, and I can very happily present that every participant has created their own e-content of a small concept, and they have got a complete understanding about the MOOC, and I hope that these participants will carry forward whatever they have learned in this particular course in day-to-day teaching learning process. So I, as a coordinator, I extend my gratitude to all distinguished speaker, participants, organizing committee members for their valuable contribution. I cannot forget the course is being ended by our own Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir to showcase different aspects of national education policy, which we have successfully, at least we can say that we have implemented in our university. Thank you, and it's been a privilege to be a part of this particular course. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, in this your busy, hectic schedule, still you have spared your valuable time, and you have designed a platform to all these participants, those who have rightly prepared their e-content, and this will be really useful to them in their near future in this academic field. So we are really thankful on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center to Professor Bharti Gavli ma'am for sparing nearly 1.5 months for planning this course and making this course a success. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request our honorable guest, Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, to deliver a valedictory address to all of us. Over to you, sir.
Anyway, at the outset, I would like to thank coordinators for inviting me to be with you this evening. And as I came to know just now from Dr. Bharti Gauri, the various aspects of learning using the new techniques and whatever she has told different angles, different subjects we covered, and it was a participative program, not only one-way traffic. I always believe that unless it is both ways, unless the participant participate actively, the course cannot be successful. So I am very happy that teachers will take a lot of things from this course and implement new innovative ideas while teaching, so that learning becomes interesting. Learning becomes an enjoyable experience, because most of the problem is with getting fatigued, getting exhausted, get boring. Lectures are getting bored. Valuation system getting giving tension. So unless both learning and evaluation is a joy-giving experience, the things cannot move. So congratulate Dr. Bharti Gauri and Dr. Rafi, Dr. Patil for organizing this course. Thank you very much in involving me also and interacting with the participant. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As a mentor, Honorable Professor Vijay Pandharipande sir has always been a guidance to this Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, especially in the NEP orientation and sensitization course. Whenever we have we have called for help from Professor Vijay Pandharipande sir. He has extended his help to this UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center. And I hope that in future also his valuable guidance and mentorship will be there to our UGC-MMTTC. So I would now request our Director, Professor S.S. Patil sir, to deliver a presidential remark to this valedictory function. Sir, unmute करिए सर जी.
Good afternoon, all of you. The chief guest of this valedictory function, respected Sri Vijay Pandharipande sir, the course coordinator, my colleague Dr. Bharti Gauri, Assistant Director of this MMTTC, Dr. Rafe, and you all respected fellow participants. Bharti Gauri, she has rightly told that she tried her level best to invite all the experienced and the resource person, learner resource person, to have interaction with you and share their experiences and hands-on with you all participants. In fact, we planned to have this course, a refresher course in e-content for e-content development, that is on the offline basis. But because of the less response, then we thought of let us have it this with the online mode, and we got a very good response. But the most important thing is that what we were planning across the faculty, that every teacher should be learned and aware about how the content can be developed. Because it is not a subject only with the computer science or science, but now you know that there are several online courses on these several platforms like a Swayam, then the eCoursa, and even other digital platforms are there. But in fact, very few content which is available, and that has been made by the experts from the other states that we follow. But then we thought of why not to have this e-content development hands-on, so that every teachers will show their interest and will prepare e-content development. And I hope that after this training program, you are well aware and you might have well practiced how to prepare e-content in our own subject to to become available on the different platforms. I must thank Bharti Gauli ma'am in spite of her busy schedule, because she is looking after our Director of Examination Evaluation responsibility. But when I told her that can you cooperate me, she immediately taken this responsibility and told me that very good subject and very interested one also. It is required also that let us involve teachers in e-content development. And after getting interacted with all the participants across the India, and you all 70 teachers who have participated from the pan India, you might have taken the how to prepare a content, and definitely you will try from your own, and you will also mentor to your other colleagues also that how to prepare e-content development. So I must thank you all participants for patient hearing, participative learning, and hands-on that you responded. I also thank respected my ex-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, for sparing his valuable time and with a period of short notice. I am very much thankful to the course coordinator, Bharti ma'am, for his untired efforts. I also thank to Dr. Rafe and you all fellow participants for taking this course in a positive way, and see that you will also be part and parcel of the e-content development in the futures to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, on behalf of UGC Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, my special thanks to our today's chief guest, Professor Dr. Vijay Pandharipande sir, for sparing his valuable time and concluding this 12 days refresher course with his valedictory address. Again, my special thanks to our senior professor, Bharti Gauli ma'am, for making this refresher course a success and making it as a model where we can continue these MOOC and online training programs in future also. And all entire participants, my special thanks to all entire participants, those who have timely given their submission. There are participants which I would read out the roll numbers of the participant, roll number 6, roll number 16. These participants, those who haven't submitted their assignments, PowerPoint presentation assignments, their certificates and relievings will be withheld. So I kindly request to all participants, those who haven't submitted their assignments like the presentation which were required and also the e-content. These participants, again I'm repeating, roll number 6, roll number 16, and then roll number 26, roll number 27, roll number 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 40, 49, 50, 52, and 50, 64, 65, 69. So these roll numbers, for better sake, we will put it into the WhatsApp group, and no relieving will be provided. Kindly take a note. So before concluding, I would request the participant to start from the national anthem. All are requested to stand.
Janagana Mana Adhinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की जय
जय
भारत माता की जय
भारत
माता
जय।
की जय
जय
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So, with the permission
Thank you.
of the director, sir, I would now end this cloud meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Rafi
Thank you,
sir,
sir.
thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
पाटील सरांचे वगैरे सर्वांचे आभार.
Thank you all. Thank you, organizers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Missing you
Thank
all.
you, sir. Thank you.
We'll be
Thank you,
missing
sir.
you all.
Now we are all online friends.
Yes, yes, sure. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, madam.
Bye, 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 bye. सगळ्यांचं प्रेझेंटेशन छान झालं. सगळ्यांनी प्रयत्न छान केले. We are learners. So we are definitely going to learn some new things.